Okay, the real war gamer, the Marshals, Soult 1809, Anglo-Allied operation. First things first, I want to play the Argenton event chit. I want to play this one because I want to use that chit as if I were playing for real face-to-face against another human. I want to check out these two stacks. But I want to know, can I play the event chit first, look at these two stacks, then decide which of these two Anglo-Allied stacks I want to push with first. So, and my question is, when can I play the Argenton event chit? And the other question is, if I play the Argenton chit, is that a one? I mean, is there only one event chit per operation or even turn? I don't know. So let's talk about avènements, that was horrible, right? Event chits. Event markers are attributed to players according to the scenarios, etc., etc. They're played according to the specific rules for each scenario. There is an events. There is an events phase. Each game turn is broken up into 4 phases. There's the initiative phase, followed by the events phase, followed by the operations phase, followed by a concluding administrative phase. Event markers are obtained in 2 ways. We already talked about how they're obtained. We already talked about each player has his own pool. Okay, if there are no markers remaining in the container, the player does not draw an event for that turn. A player can decide to attempt, by returning event marker to the. I got that. There's no event. Okay. 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 So there is a separate step for combat. Play any event markers. Attacker first. Okay. But that's. Let's see. Events. All markers are discarded after being played. Markers, we already talked about the markers with a star are played right away. The others can be kept secretly, that is in hand. The effects of several markers can be combined except when otherwise stated in the event's description. Okay. These event chits are labeled as AA for Anglo-Allied player or F for French player. Okay. All right, so I want to play the Argenton. Let's see if that helps me. It says any time. Okay, I think that's what's key. I can play it any time. It says Argenton, AA. Only the Anglo-Allied player has the Argenton event chit. It's only for the 1809 scenario that I'm playing. It can play at any time. The Anglo-Allied player can turn over. So I believe that's it. So the units are then hidden again. So I'm going to play the Argenton chit now. Again, it's out of the game. Put it over there. So then I would look at this. So it would turn over. There's a decoy and there's chasseurs. Okay. Chasseurs, and so it's important to me that it's a mounted unit and a decoy. That is relevant to me. And over here is a infantry and a decoy. Okay. So infantry in a city, cavalry in a clear zone. So which one do I want to push against? Okay, so that's a play of an event marker. I've got infantry, so this would just be infantry against infantry, but the French would have the benefit of the town there. Over here is not huge, but over here is the large Wellesley's force. All right, so Wellesley is going to press against the chasseurs. Now I know what it is. Okay, So operation, activate a stack. I'm going to activate Wellesley there. Wellesley is the commander-in-chief. Doesn't have to do a command test. Okay, how do I do this? I have to move into the zone. Okay, so let's see. How do I see how best to do this? A unit. Okay, we talked about that. Moves. It's not disengagement. It is moving. A stack can leave. If a stack enters a zone occupied by an enemy stack, I think this is where it must stop unless it carries out a forced passage. If I know it's chasseurs already, why would I not? I'm going to try to do a forced passage. So let's do that. In this case, combat must be resolved during the operation between the stacks and the zone. The attacker removes 2 from its combat strength. Is that on the player aid card? Yeah, subtract 2 if the stack carries out a forced passage. That's on the player aid sheet. Okay, so let's move, but I think I'm still moving. So here it's one zone, it's or one connection. It's just a normal road connection. Now see, I would let me draw blindly from the pool a fatigue chit, but okay, I'll just do this in steps. So I draw 1 for moving, and then it's oh, I still have the large force. I still have the, and I'm gonna add it up again. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 is 13. 13. 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's definitely over 20, but not 30 or more. So we are going to, here's where we go, draw 1 more and 1 more. Now, I'm not sure when, I mean, I have a commander. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, let me look at that again. No, I'm not going to look at that. I'm assuming I can put it back in. When do I put it back in? Put back 1 marker. Well, when do I put it back? Do I put it? Oh, that's not especially clear. I wonder if that's clarified in a later volume of the rules in a later volume. I clearly can put 1 back because I have, oh, I can put 2 back because I have the baggage train too, as a matter of fact. So I have a commander and a baggage train. Still the question is when, but let me, I don't know. I guess that's an outstanding question. And then plus yet another one because I'm entering a area occupied by the enemy. So so that is it. So I guess I put back 2 like that, which means that I'm fine. Just took 2 fatigue. That's not going to, that's not going to do anything. So now I guess we're here in the same area. So was that the move? I think that was the move. Now do I need to record? Well, I'll go ahead and record the, actually I want the battle marker too. I don't know if I need to still know the number of MPs I've expended. That I don't know. I'll put this on there. They've only expended 1 for the road there. Now I'm going to have a battle marker like that. All right. So now, okay, now I pick up the forced passage. Okay. If a stack enters a zone occupied by an enemy stack, it must stop unless it carries out a forced passage. In this case, combat was resolved operation between the two. You remove 2 from the combat strength. After the combat, the stack receives a has combated marker, so that will be coming. Just set that out there as a reminder because that's coming. Marker which immediately converts to fatigue if it is the winner, which it immediately converts to. I'm not sure what that means. Continues its movement normally. Then it can continue movement. So I do need to know how many movement points were expended, because using the Argenton event shed, I know it's only chasseurs. Okay. Use the movement chart on the PM or advance the marker on the chart at each connection taken. Okay. At the moment in which a stack enters a zone occupied by an enemy stack, each player must determine an axis of retreat. To do so, place a retreat marker. Oh, that's what that is, retreat marker. The center zone must be the first place. Okay, on the connection between the zone of the 2 stacks and an adjacent zone. The player whose stack just entered the zone must be the first to place his marker by the connection he just crossed. So we know that. I can set those aside, or I guess I'll stack them. We know that it's that one. I guess it's like that. No marker is placed if a stack enters a zone occupied by an enemy stack by its first connection following a disengagement. That's not this case. The opponent may choose any connection except the one already containing a retreat marker. Alright, so basically they can retreat along this trail, or the road. I guess they should choose the road, right? That makes sense. Like that. So each side has their retreat marker. If during a later operation, enemy. Okay, we won't talk about that. Okay, so. Alright, I guess I go to combat now. Alright, turn the concerned units over. So we've got Wellesley with his whole big force over here. And then we've got, the chasseurs. French chasseurs, put the battle marker there. Okay. Turn the concerned units over, potentially withdraw the cavalry attacker first. So obviously the chasseurs should try to retreat. Attacker first. The attacker's not going to do. Okay, 561. In the rules, 561. Withdraw cavalry. An attacking or defending stack composed solely of cavalry and having an axis of retreat can. Okay, he has an axis of retreat. He's solely cavalry. Oh, I think decoys are removed immediately to be dealt with later. I do believe they come back. Is there a step for that? That I don't know if there's a step for that, but I'm going to remove them anyways because I don't think they play. But like I said, they're not out of the game. Okay, so the chasseurs are solely cavalry. They have a retreat, line of retreat. Okay. To do so, it attempts disengagement according to 5.3. Disengagement, so I guess that's a disengagement test. So we know that the French are going to be conducting, I don't know if high is good or low is good, but disengage. If it succeeds, it retreats one zone along its axis of retreat. It is subjected to a pursuit according to 566. The 2 stacks do not receive a has combated marker. Okay, let's go 5 disengagement 5.3. Okay, disengagement. Ooh, disengagement 5.3. Disengagement. Went right past it. Okay, friendly stack in a contested zone. This is obviously a contested zone. Can attempt to disengage and leave the zone if it has not been activated. It has not been activated. I know that. But that tells me that's something to. I have to keep that in mind. I believe. Well, that makes it sound like that, anyways. Apply the following procedure. Roll the die. Roll a 5. Compare the number of cavalry strength steps of the two stacks. If the stack conducting the disengagement has more cavalry strength steps, subtract 1, otherwise add 1. No. Let me show you. The Anglo-Allies definitely have 1 British, 2 British, 3 British cavalry units to the French 1. So we definitely add 1. Well, maybe adding is not good. Maybe high number is not good. Subtract 1 if the disengaging stack is composed only of cavalry. Yes, so I guess that's back down. Is that correct? Compare the number of strings of steps if disengaging. Okay, yep, add 1. Subtract 1 if the disengaging stack is only composed of cavalry. If the results are 3 or less, the stack can leave the zone and move normally. So you do want low. Otherwise, it remains in the zone and is considered activated. Okay, so that is that. So, now what? Now what as far as combats? Wait. All right. So they did not succeed in disengaging. So does it disengage according to 5? If it succeeds, no, it does not. Oh. Okay, I think it's just that. I'm not going to look for anything more. I think it's just that. It just doesn't succeed. Okay. Determine the amplitude of combat. So that's not good that they did not successfully pull back. All right. Determine amplitude of combat. 5.62 amplitude. The amplitude of combat corresponds to the sum of the strength steps of the two piles, including, I think that's, the English translation is not 100% useful here, but I think that means including artillery and cavalry. This must be calculated first to choose the corresponding column in the melee. All right, so again, well, I think we calculated like 22 steps for the Anglo-Allies, right? So I'll do this again real quick. Well, that's why I want to have them separated by type. All right, let me do that. Baggage train is obviously nothing strength-wise. All right, so 7, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, so it is 22, and the chasseurs are just 1. That is what we need. So I think, do I put that on the track? Well, I'll assume that. I'll assume that. Okay. So that's determined amplitude of combat. Play any event markers. The French do have 1 d'Elan, but they're not going to waste it here. They're not going to waste it here. The British don't. I don't think they really have a event marker that corresponds to an attack during or as an attacker in combat. So skip that. So no event markers. Carry out any artillery shots. Oh, there are artillery shots. So let's grab the. I'll show the 3. So we have the 3 British artillery. So let's do that. That's 563. All right. Where's the artillery? Add the bonus for artillery shots. Artillery shots. Okay, artillery shots. Simultaneously, each player rolls as many dice as he has artillery counters in his stack. For each 4, 5, or 6, add 1 to the CP of the player. Well, that's easy enough. So he has 3. I'm looking for 4, 5, or 6. 50-50. All right, that's 0. That's 1. And that's 2. So I'm adding 2 to his combat power. Okay, that was easy enough. I like that. All right, that's artillery shots. Calculate the strength ratio of the stronger stack. What is that? Strength ratio. Well, it's gonna be off the charts. Tally the number of strength steps of the 2 stacks by subtracting the artillery strength steps and dividing by 2 those of the what? Wait, why is that? Tally the number of strength steps of the 2 stacks by subtracting the artillery strength steps and dividing by 2 those of the cavalry in a defensive zone or town. Player with the greater total calculates the strength ratio by dividing the actual strength steps by those of the enemy stack. All right. I'm not sure what's meant by that. I'm not even sure it's important. This is a blowout, I think. Determine the head unit attacker first. Okay, let's take Sherbrooke, the strongest British infantry, as the head unit. There's only 1 defender. List other CP modifiers. There's no. Oh, is there back to a river? No. No back to a river. Well, this is a forced passage, so I'm subtracting 2 from the Anglo-Allied side. I'm not sure I'm doing this all right. Demoralization terrain. It's normal terrain. Something. No, I think I did my Anglo-Allied strength steps right. It has defender has an access of retreat. Oh, there is a commander. Yes, there is. The SV of any commander of the stack. I'm adding 2 for Wellesley. It's going back and forth. I think that's it. Add the value of 1 die. Is that just the attacker, or is that both? So that's 23 plus 5 is 28, which is the highest column on the amplitude of combat. CP something wasn't right here. CP difference. No, something's wrong here. All right. I think I know what. I'm not sure this was right. I think Sherbrooke, as the lead unit, is going to take 1 step loss because I'm looking. The combat result is 1/4, 1 for the attacker, 4 for the defender. So I guess the chasseurs are destroyed. I gotta review the combat again. I think I may not have gotten amplitude of combat versus ratio at least, and then there's the CP difference. Something isn't right here.